So, something that we've been talking a lot about with our clients, particularly those focused on community management, is community notes. Back in January, Meta announced that it was going to be replacing fact checkers with community notes and loosening its rules around what people can say in the apps. And this was generally met by huge negativity. It's thought that it will open the floor for more hate speech in Meta's apps, but they're rolling ahead with this, and community notes are currently being tested in the US. Here in the UK, you can currently sign up to the waitlist to be one of the first to use them. So the link for that we will share in the chat, but they will be asking you to sign up on the waitlist for each of their Meta platforms separately. So if you want to be one of the first to be able to use community notes, then I would suggest that you sign up for each of the platforms. But will they actually work at keeping the platforms safe from misinformation and unsafe content? The jury is certainly out. Bloomberg did a recent analysis of community notes on X, which have been available for a couple of years now, and they were looking at community notes between February 2023 and 2025. And they said in this quote that the system has fallen short of counteracting the incentives, both political and financial, for lying and allowing people to lie on X. Community notes are under relentless and prolonged attacks, and the credibility of them is basically undermined. Can they actually be trustworthy? So, very, very worrying to hear that basically Bloomberg Opinion has done this analysis and basically doesn't think that community notes work on X. According to their analysis, they were finding that fewer than 10% of community notes were being marked as helpful. And also that a major factor that many notes that they found as to why they're unhelpful is that many published notes are later unpublished, often due to user disagreements. So essentially, a lot of divisive topics are being debated and are particularly prone to being stuck in limbo as users view community notes as a battleground. So basically, what might happen is somebody sees something, they think it's fake news, they say this is fake because of X, Y, and Z. Somebody then disagrees with that and says, no, actually, that's real. And nobody can find that kind of common ground, nobody can agree on it. Even notes initially marked as helpful and published are later removed 26% of the time after a disagreement arises. So it doesn't sound like using community notes is actually that useful. Let's have a look at the test in the US. So starting on the 18th of March last week, Meta began testing community notes across Facebook, Instagram, and Threads. This is only in the US. Meta have stated that they expect community notes to be less biased than the third-party fact-checking program that it is replacing, because it allows more people with more perspectives to add context to the post. So you can see just how they are going to work here. Notes won't appear publicly initially as Meta ensures the system is working properly. So this is something that's going to be rolling out throughout the year. And if you are focused on community management for your business, then it is definitely something to be aware of, because it's going to be up to the community notes to be able to police some of the more risque or content which could appear threatening on your platforms.